We got to see the first presidential debate. Trump in one corner, the gorilla, the man out there ready to destroy everything, run around that China shop and break everything. And Biden, the calm statesman who's been in politics for like 50 years or something. Totally different. Boy, did that go a lot different than a lot of people thought it would, right? Well, not all of us. Some of us were expecting something pretty crazy. I wasn't exactly expecting that, but similar. I was kind of expecting something a bit similar. Now, I've watched a lot of the analysis we see on the major news networks of saying this, that, blah, blah, blah. And it's interesting, people say, why wasn't this controlled better? Why wasn't that moderator doing stuff? Why weren't they giving, why couldn't Trump be quiet? Why did Biden jump in? I mean, back and forth, all these analysis on all the major networks. This isn't how America works. This isn't how things are supposed to be represented in America. This is a disgrace. Horrible beyond horrible. All sorts of stuff like that. Seen plenty of those things coming up from the ivory tower people. And see, that's the point I want to make in this video. There's a lot of those people going on about this. Decorum, decorum, decorum. I don't think they've checked the pulse of a lot of things going on in America. I don't think they really understand of how, much of a street fight everything's become. And it really has. Really, really has. You got all sorts of people out there that when they saw that sort of showdown, that fight, it represented their anger, their frustration, their immense hatred of the American electing system right now. They can't stand all this stuff. They feel like they're never being listened to on any front. And when they saw Trump out there just swinging, going at it like, freaking gorilla in a china shop, they liked it. They liked it a lot. And since I'm sort of also on the frustrated side, yeah, I'll call it. I liked it. I liked seeing those heavy-duty swings. I liked seeing the call out of the corruption. I liked the questions. And it also reminded me a bit of a police-style interrogation, or, in the intelligence world, what they call secondary screening, where, you've gone through, you got your suspect and everything like that. This is no longer the establishing of the rapport, the gathering information, developing stuff like that, getting facts and details that you hope are put together. No, this is someone turned, we got details, the story ain't matching up. It's time to shake the tree and see what falls out. We're going to interrupt. We're going to jump around. We're going to bounce back and forth. We're going to see how that story jives. Oh, they spilled coffee on their shirt. And funny, between the details of one side where they said that shirt's green and now it's white, what's going on here? Reminded me of that a lot. And I kind of have to admit, yeah, I kind of liked how things went down. Some of the things that I found very interesting was Trump and his bouncing around so hard caused Biden to answer things like, I don't support the Green New Deal. Interesting there. I won't disavow Antifa. Well, that's not exactly what he said, but there was no clear disavowal of Antifa. Antifa is just a idea. It's not an organization. It's not a group. It's just an idea. That was interesting to me. There was a lot of things like that where they went right on a lot of the platform policies that are pushed by the far side, like ANC and the others, and he literally knocked it out where Biden said, I don't support that, I don't support that, I don't support that, and a lot of things. And it was interesting. It was all over the place. Trump had his own issues. Of course, there always is people that want to gripe about Trump and say, why does he do this? Why is all this stuff going on with him? Blah, blah, blah. Frankly, I don't really care at this point. I really don't. And the reason why I don't is, this is the point, is people are so frustrated with everything going on. Trump is a side effect. The issue that Trump was elected and all this came forth from Trump is not true at all. No. It's that people are angry, frustrated, and are really upset at the system, and Trump was the side effect. He was the choice who was the most bombastic, the most non-politician-like, the most no decorum here type, the one that related to the everyday person, not the ivory tower types. That's why he got in. You can also see what's going on the left, because we got the same thing going on here. We got this guy Trump going in. Well, when he gets out, if they swing the other way, you're going to end up with not a, middle of the ground lefty. You're going to far left, because that side's angry. That side's frustrated. That side wants their own bull in the china shop. That's what's going on. Now, of course, lots of people, they watched it. They're going to have different opinions, different things. Sure, they're all valid. We all have our own realities of how things appear, how it seems to us. But I'm saying from a lot of people I talk to, a lot of, blue collar people and stuff like that, and white collar people in a lot of ways, especially ones on the lower middle class, the ones that aren't retired and all that stuff, they're looking at all this going, yes, show me that anger. And they're liking it. Oh, are they liking it? Like, look at that. They were talking about shutting down all the coal stuff like that, the miners and all that. And they're telling these people that, have been in a career all this time, yeah, we're going to kill your career. Everything you know how to do, we're going to kill it. This stuff is bad. We've deemed it bad. It's gone. Now, whether or not you agree with that, whether or not you think that is right or not, whether or not you think that is good policy for the planet as a whole and the pollution and all that, and shoot, I've got asthma. I'm not a big fan of coal power plants because of all the particulate matter they release into the atmosphere anyways. Yeah, so I don't like coal plants myself, but I understand exactly what they're dealing with here. I've dealt with all sorts of stuff like that. Know people have gone through these type of things where you're just shut. Everything you were doing, it's like that, it's gone. We're swapping you out. Now, I've gone through, some things like that myself, where we've had to change everything in and out. And it was semi-related to the field where I, was dealing with electronics, computer stuff and all that, programming and all that. And we had a paradigm shift. Well, let me rephrase that. We had a complete swap out. We went from custom VME bus with FPGAs and all that. And yes, I just threw out the nerd terms. I'm a nerd. Get used to it. And we had to swap everything out and rearrange everything that's going on because that's what the Air Force said we're doing. All right. Yeah, it was hard as heck, but I was young. I dug into it, just got into it. People in their 40s, yeah, they aren't looking at this at all. And we're not saying, oh, we're going to put you in related field. We're going to say, hey, we're going to send you back to retrain. We're going to teach you guys how to program computers and code. Yeah, you guys should talk to these people that are facing these kind of things where they're shutting down fields and being told this answer. To say they're angry doesn't really do the feelings they have justice. Not even close. It really doesn't. And so, we always scoff, laugh at some of the crazy events that happen in other countries like this clip.
Колеги, зупиніться. Зупиніться, я скажу. Колеги, зупиніться. Я прошу зараз, я ранкове засідання оголошую закритим.
Yeah, the fistfights and brawls in the parliament and the senate. We laugh and scoff at that when other countries do that. That won't happen here. It's coming. Mark my words, it is coming. We are just a little ways away from open fights we're going to see in state houses and Congress. I'm certain of it. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Because if it goes to that far, yeah, we know that the rift is so far beyond the two sides in America, it ain't coming back. And whether or not we do a peaceful balkanization or things get a little more aggressive, I don't know. I have my own opinions. I've talked to my friends, other people like that about what's going on. You've watched the other videos. I'm certain you can tell exactly what I'm thinking. I think some things are going to get a little tense. Let's put it that way. I'm being a little vague. So like that, YouTube has yelled at me a couple times for talking, whatever. One of my videos, they're like, you talked about stuff and we're going to set that as age restricted. That represented all the stuff we don't like. It's like, really? Okay. Anyways, so yeah, you saw the first debate. Now, if you remember though, let's put a little context in things. In 2016, the first one when he went with Hillary was pretty darn crazy. And then it's like he plays out the person, figures out what's going on, it's like that. And then the second one and the third one are a little more dialed in and toned in. And it's like, they're expecting the gorilla in the China shop again. And he's all, nah, we're going to go a different route, keep them on their toes. Suspect he's going to do something similar. Question is, I wonder what Biden's going to do in response. As Steve, my great friend at Corsair Traders, yeah, I'll put a link in up here. Go check him out. I say check him out. As he likes to say, when you're dealing with a fight, the other guy gets a say in what happens too. Remember that. All right, so there's my quick discussion on the presidential debate. And yeah, I know people are out there saying, hey, why couldn't this been nicer and everything? Problem is, it ain't nicer at the ground level. And that's my exact point. It's not coming from the top. It's grassroots up of how much frustration people are seeing. And stock stuff away. Get ready, people. Something's coming. Take care. Is Reed out.